Welcome to our Reef Habitat cabinet assembly video. This covers all three sizes of aquarium. You must ensure that the cabinet is installed on a flat level surface. Check that you have all of the included components. If you don't have any, please contact Tropical Marine Centre. You'll need a screwdriver. You'll need to use the Allen key from the included screw set. And if you wish to use a cordless screwdriver, ensure that you set it to a low torque setting so you don't over tighten any of the screws. The first step, once you've laid out all of the cabinet components, is the side panels. Here you can see the outer edges which have the cam lock holes. The internal sides do not have these. This step is for the Reef Habitat 90 only. We are now going to install the middle cross brace for this cabinet. You'll need 4 cam locks and 4 cam lock dowels for this section, and we're going to install the dowels into the locations shown. With the dowels firmly screwed in, we can now add the cross brace. The first job is to add the cam locks. The opening on the cam lock faces upwards towards the hole. Insert the 4 cam locks with the opening facing their holes. Install the brace onto the dowels. And now join both panels together with the cross brace in the middle. With everything in place, we now need to tighten up the cam locks. Turn them right to lock, left to loosen. The following steps are for all of the Reef Habitat aquariums. If you don't have the 90, you'll be doing this first. You'll need 6 dowels and they screw into the location shown. You may find it easier to use a cordless screwdriver if you have one. Remember to use a low torque setting. It's always best to tighten up with a screwdriver afterwards. Now we need to insert the cam locks for the back panel. There's 6 of these and they go into the position shown. They are shown already fitted. Take the back panel and insert it into the 2 side panels. It may be easier to do this for the 50 and the 60 aquarium with the back panel lead on the ground. They should simply slide together, then tighten down the cam locks. With the back panel on, we can now move on to the next step, installing the base. First, we will insert all of the dowels. 9 are required in total for this aquarium. With all the dowels installed, we need to install the feet. There are 6 of these for this aquarium, and all the holes are pre-drilled ready. To make locating them easier, I find it easiest to insert a screw through the foot and then locate it with the hole on the base. Repeat this for all of the feet on the aquarium. We now need to slide the carcass onto the base. But first, you'll install the cam locks for the base. There are 9 in total. on this aquarium. When fitting the base, you may find it easier to turn the aquarium cabinet upside down. We will now line up the dowels with the rest of the cabinet. It should slide straight into place. If it doesn't, then maybe one of your cam locks isn't quite in the correct position. Adjust the cam lock so it does slide into place. Remember, right to tighten, left to loosen. Don't forget to tighten all of the cam locks. We can now flip the aquarium cabinet back over again. We're going to fit the support brace at the front. There are pre-drilled holes ready for the connections. Ensure that the flat face is pointing outwards and the slope is to the back of the aquarium. Insert the screws into the pre-drilled holes and tighten down. Once done, repeat for the other side. We now need to insert the fittings into the support brace. They need to face away from each other. These parts simply slide into the piece you've already fitted. We'll then use the black screws to screw them down. It helps if you fit the first one and then tighten down afterwards. Don't forget to go back and screw down the first one. We will now fit the top of the cabinet. Insert the cam locks into both sides and the back. Then insert all of the dowels. Slide the top onto the rest of the carcass. If it doesn't fit easily, one of your cam locks may be slightly out of position. You will have to adjust it before it slides on. Now tighten down all of the cam locks. We can now fit the end panels and the door panels. The end panels have 3 main screw holes. These are what are used to attach to the aquarium. They also have the pre-drilled holes for the hinges. The door panels have the big circular cutouts for the other half of the hinge. Sort them into the correct position. The end panels bolt in 3 places, 2 at the top and 1 on the front. The cutouts for the hinges need to go towards the end, as shown. You can now fit the optional sump drawer riser should you wish. This could also be fitted at the end and also be retrofitted if you've already built the cabinet. Insert the large screw through the sides of the cabinet and then align the end panel. It helps if you have someone to help you do this. Once you've got the first top one on, it makes it a lot easier. Get a couple of turns in and let it go. Then fit the other side. With the front top screw in place, this should make locating the back one a little easier, as you can just move and swing the end panel. Screw down both of these screws with your Allen key. Now the front bottom one should easily locate straight away. You may need to loosen off the top two if there is some adjustment required. Then tighten all three. You can now fit the hinges to the doors or fit the hinge to the side panels. It doesn't matter which way you do this. Insert the hinges and screw them down with the included screw packs. The silver pieces left over are just covers for the screws. You can fit those afterwards. Now we need to fit the door to the rest of the cabinet carcass. Insert a screw into the back holes of the hinge and then into the pre-drilled holes in the carcass. With all 4 screws in place, these also form the part of the vertical adjustment. You can adjust the cabinet up and down on these screws. This will help when you're aligning up the doors. Once they're in place, screw them down. There are 2 little bump stops included for the Reef Habitat 90. These go onto the left door. The right door has the spring opening. It does not need them. Please see our other videos for information on how to adjust the doors. If you haven't done so already, we need to attach the mat. There is self-adhesive tape included, and you need to put a strip around all of the edges of the top of the panel, and then also some in the middle too. Once this is all stuck down, we need to remove the top bit. This should come away, leaving a sticky layer behind. With the adhesive in place, we can now attach the mat to the top of the aquarium cabinet. It's best if you use the cutout for the pipework as a guide to align everything up. Once in place, smooth out and push down. You can now remove the protective covering on the gloss cabinets. It's time to place the aquarium on the cabinet. This is best done as a 2-person job for all sizes. Be very careful not to damage the aquarium. If you haven't done so already, you can now put the drawer unit into the cabinet. These come ready built. There's no assembly required. We can now place the sump onto the sump drawer riser unit. This is best done as a 2-person job. Be careful of the hinges with the corners of the sump as you put it in. The RO reservoir is always on the left. With the aquarium in place, it's now time to install the pipework. On all the pipework, the black O-ring is on the tank side. Ensure the pipework is fully inserted into the bulkhead fitting. Screw in the nozzle through the weir box top. The main drain on the 50 and 60 Reef Habitats is 25mm, 32mm for the Reef Habitat 90. The overflow drains are 25mm for all aquariums. With your drains through the glass, you will need to install the nuts. The white washer goes against the glass underneath. Have someone hold the top pipework whilst you hand tighten only the nuts underneath. When installing the other half of the pipework assembly, ensure that the rubber O-ring is in place on all of the unions. Connect up the remaining pipework in the order shown. Make sure the unions are nice and tight on the ball valve. For reference, the middle pipe is the main drain. This is the one that needs the ball valve. On the right is the return line and the left is the overflow. Thank you for choosing a Reef Habitat aquarium. Please see our other videos for more information.